Oh, hang on. I've moved slightly. There we go. Salutations, my fellow dandies. It's me, Jack Dandy, hiding behind a pillar and peering at a cat girl, like normal. And we are back in Final Fantasy XIV. Very late today because. Do you ever have one of those days where you just every 5 minutes you look at the clock and an hour's passed, and you're just like, I don't understand where the day has gone. That has been my entire day today. I got people coming over tomorrow, so I have to tidy, and it's just I've been trying to tidy and clean and get the place to sort of somewhat reasonable, and it's just like, I've moved a chair. I look at the clock, and at 2 hours have passed. It's like, how did it take me 2 hours to move that chair? That's what it felt like. So yeah, I was very, very late today. I was washing the dishes, and I swore I started washing dishes at like 7:30, and I finished at like 9:30. I don't know how that happened, but that's what happened. So we're starting very late, so it might be a quite short stream. But I wanted to jump on because we haven't played Final Fantasy XIV for a couple of weeks, and there's the Rising event is currently on, and I don't think it's due to end anytime soon because it's supposed to end when patch 6.45 I think comes out, which doesn't have a release date yet, but I just wanted to get it. And like I said, I haven't played. It's been a couple of weeks since we played Final Fantasy XIV because we were playing Ever Crisis, and then I just didn't stream last Friday because I just wasn't in the mood, and yeah. It was nighttime when I set up for this picture, and it's now come up to daytime, and the sun has revealed. Let's stop peering from behind this pillar, and why do I have Alice as my minion? When did that happen? I must have accidentally hit the minion roulette at some point. That's fine. Yeah, it's the Rising, which is the yearly opportunity for you to meet God, effectively. So it's it's a nice little event. So let's speak to Kippy Jack here and get the event started. Oh, if it isn't Jack, it's always a pleasure, my friend. And how fortuitous that you should appear now, just when I'm in need of help again. Pray hear me out. You see, my brother recently wrote saying that he wished to meet me in Uldar during the Rising celebration. However, the appointed hour has come and gone, and I've seen neither hide nor hair of him. I've checked all the likely places in the city to no avail, and I'm beginning to worry. If it isn't too much trouble, may I ask you to help me find him? Yeah, sure. I'm in your debt. Now my brother is a youth of 16 by the name of Nagi. He recently became an adventurer, something he aspired to since he was little. Been an adventurer yourself, perhaps you know of him, if not crossed paths. We met at the previous Rising, apparently. I don't remember that. Not only did you meet him, you helped him on his way, you say? What an amazing coincidence. I'm trying to remember what the last Rising was. I think there was a new adventurer, and they wanted me to show him around. I can't remember exactly why, though. He was doing... He was... I think that was what the last year's one was. It's not important. That being said, it doesn't necessarily mean you would know where he is now. If he isn't in the city, though, chances are he went outside on some business. To begin with, I propose we split up and make inquiries in case someone has seen him. If you could focus on this area, I shall speak with those in the quicksand. Afterwards, let us reconvene by the entrance to the tavern. Tutu? I don't know what tutu means. I meant to say, like, toodaloo. Greetings, adventurer. How may I assist you? Oh, Nagi. I understand he's doing some work for the Wandering Minstrel. I dare say his client can point you in the right direction. If you could track the man down, that is. I'm afraid I don't know his whereabouts at present. I mean, the Wandering Minstrel is a fixed location. Oh, hang on. Aha. Well, I might as well buy the Vintage is sparkling red wine prepared by a master vineyard. Buy a bottle of that. Pom from the heavens and the rising. That'll go nicely in my abode. What is the... Hey! That makes a much better thumbnail. I'm gonna grab one of those once we finish streaming and do a photo with that. Something you need. Oh, Nagy, I know the sprightly lad. Couldn't see where he is now, but last I saw him he mentioned taking on some delivery work. He's a curious one, he is. Gets along with everyone well enough, but doesn't seem to like working in a team. What with talk of bandits prowling the road of late, I can't help but worry. Not enough to actually do anything about it, but you know. Sort of token gesture of worry, that's all. Bran. This guy keeps you regular. I don't know. I was just going to say this guy makes you shit yourself, and then he turned around and I thought, no, he doesn't. Something I can do for you, adventurer. If you've business with Bran, best state it quickly. It's Gaz has leads to follow and an instance to investigate for the Harbour Herald. I see. Well, apologies. I haven't seen this Nagy. As a matter of fact, I've been rather busy working on my upcoming piece on the horizon. Why, just earlier I was interviewing the ever-enigmatic wandering minstrel, who's got another unusual venture in the offing. The Letter Forest, he calls it. If that piques your interest, I recommend you go and see the man. He's at the Gold Court over on the steps of Thal. It appears Nagy is carrying out some work for the wandering minstrel. If you talk to the man in the Gold Court, you should be able to learn more. I shall do exactly that. Wait, where's the Gold Court? Behind me. Somewhere. I don't know Uldar very well. I think Uldar might be the one I know the least well. Hey, Wandering Minstrel, who definitely isn't Yoshi. Ah, my dear friend, what a pleasant surprise this is. I trust you have been keeping well. Now then, how might this minstrel be of service? Nagy. So Nagy's sister wishes to find him. Indeed. The water's quite loud, isn't it? Hang on, let me... No, hang on, this is good, this is good. Let me get an optimal... I think that's as loud as I can make it. There we go. So Nagy's sister wishes to find him. Indeed, I've trusted him with a task and have an inkling as to where he might be. As you may have heard, on the occasion of this writing celebration, I'm hosting an exhibit called The Letter Forest. All are invited... No, that's enough of that. All are invited to anonymously submit letters to this forest and express their gratitude and encouragement for another. And all may peruse the letters at their leisure. Now, in order to collect missives from outside of Uldar, I dispatched a chocobo carriage. Nagy is escorting said carriage. When he contacted me on Link Pearl a while ago, he said they had emerged from the Twelveswood on the way back to Uldar. Given the hour, they should have arrived already. I know not what was causing the delay, but might I trouble you to look for them? I would go myself, except I am needed here at the present. As you can see, I'm positively swamped with inquiries from passing travellers. I'm truly grateful. In case it helps, the carriage was meant to pass through Blackbrush Station, so perhaps you could take a search for that area. I pray that nothing has befallen them. Alright. Woo! The quicksand. Hey! Salutations, Stratus. Thank you for the 17 months. Much appreciated. You are indeed very dandy. I'm just doing the rising. There you are. Were you able to learn aught of Nagi? Escort in a carriage for the minstrel. So that is the way of it. As suggested, let us take ourselves to Blackbrush Station and try searching in the vicinity. I can... Pretty sure there's a etherite at the first Blackbrush. Indeed there is. Huzzah. Yeah. Jack! No sooner did I arrive than this man came running out of breath. You're an adventurer? Thank the 12. It's the bandits from the Quiver and Manse. They've fallen on a chocobo carriage over by the clutch. The carriage only had one guard and he was sorely outnumbered. Please, you must help him. That has to be Nagi. With me, Jack. What can you do? You're like a... reporter or something, aren't you? It's not quite so intimidating when the bandits are potato fairies. Damn it, there's no end. Damn it, there's no end to them. That voice was too gruff for that face. Damn it, there's no end to them. We have you now, you stolen little shite. Enough! Leave my little brother alone, or 12 as my witness, you'll receive such a thrashing as you've never known. From this fearsome adventurer, that is. I was going to say, why did you even come? Yeah, I'll beat up some Lalafels any day. That's no ordinary man. Retreat! I know that pompadour. Those sunglasses. That unnatural swagger. Are you alright, Nagi? It's Mr. Sorry Little Shite, sir. That's right. Show him the respect he deserves. Sister and Jack too. You could be the one to come to my aid. Thank you. How have you been, Nagi? I do vaguely remember this guy from last year, so... You've remembered? I've been well. More than well. I'm sorry I didn't come when I said I would, sister. Rest assured, I'm not too badly hurt. That's a relief. I'll take a proper look at your wounds back in the city. I must say, I was quite surprised to learn that you had met Jack. He helped me when he first arrived in Uldar. From registering as an adventurer to completing my first task, he kindly showed me the ropes. Now, I had suspected that you were a great adventurer, but to send your foes running without even drawing your weapon, that's just incredible. I still have a long way to go, embarrassing myself like I did. If I want Sister's approval, I need to grow stronger and be able to fight on my own. Maybe get some actual armour that isn't a very thin cotton shirt, I don't know. My approval? But first things first. Brennan and I have a delivery to make for the Rising. If you'll excuse us, we'll hurry back to Uldar. Hi, Brennan. Let us head back as well. I had a mind to pay the minstrel a visit in any case. Then Lalafel's like, okay, he's gone, go back out. But having no armor is what real men do. Real men are strong enough that they don't need armor. Alright, he's not strong enough to not need armor. You need to wear your armor before you can hang on, there's wisdom here somewhere. You need to You need to put on armor before you can undress. Well, you can't take your armor off until you've put it on. There you go. That's almost a wise saying. Look at that weird chocobo-headed weirdo who keeps following you in weird outfits. True, but most of them are armor, I think. Also, that weird chocobo-headed weirdo is, like 95% of the time, a huge dude. So, it's fine. Welcome back, my friends. Pleased am I to see that Nagi is safe and well. Rising attendants inform me they now have all the letters. With this, we may proceed with the letter Forrest as planned. Thank you, Nagi. No, I'm so sorry I'm late. You see... I mean, it didn't need to... The kid said Lalafels attacked us, and it held us up slightly. Well, we're not for Jack. There's no telling what might have become of the letters and Brennan. In the end, I was utterly useless. And so that is how it happened. Very well, I shall give your pay to Jack. As Nagi's client, allow me to thank you as well for coming to his aid. You are welcome to thank me financially. No one ever gives me... Well, no, people do give me money. They doesn't give me that much money. That being said, my boy, you were far from useless. Nay, you bravely defended the carriage until help arrived. There is no need to belittle yourself, sir. Poor Jack didn't need to rely on anyone. Now he drove off the bandits with nary more than a stern look. I couldn't hold a candle to him. Yeah, but I'm this world's main character, alright? You shouldn't compare yourself to me. It's like saying, oh, I'm so slow because I can't run as fast as the Flash. Like him, I want to be able to deal with any problem without help. Otherwise I can't claim to be an adventurer worth his salt. Scholar armour is just cloth, though. I think that Power Ranger armour is the only armour I've been seen in. Oh, really? I thought for some reason I thought you had proper armour on at some point. Maybe it was just really rugged-looking robes. But robes are still more armour than what he's wearing. Like, he has his lungs and heart exposed. Without help. Tell me, Nagi. All this time, have you been working alone, even for dangerous tasks? That's right. A worthy adventurer doesn't rely on others. If I'm to be the kind of adventurer you approve of, I must be able to handle anything by myself. You do know that I'm like part of a group called the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, right? I see. I'm also part of the Maelstrom. And... I'm not part of another guild, but I could be if I wanted to. If that is what you believe, then I can't consent to you being an adventurer any longer. Return to our village and start over. What? But you were so happy for me when I became an adventurer. Also, why are there England flags all over the place? I just realised. Why are there St. George crosses? I mean, I think they're supposed to be letters, but that is just the flag of England. It's like a friggin' World Cup match is going on. I'm working so hard to succeed, to prove to you that I have what it takes. But now, you've developed a grave misconception. Until you recognise what it is, I can't in good conscience approve of your calling. If you can't accept this, if you wish to remain an adventurer, then you must win me over, and it begins with pondering why you first embarked upon this path. Alright, sister, I'll think on this. Oh. Kicks the ground and puts his hands in his pockets. I'm sorry you had to see that, Jack. Despite how it may appear, no one wants my brother to succeed more than I do. To succeed and be happy. After all, I know better than any how hard he works. Unless he changes his ways, however, he is like to die somewhere out there, and even if he manages to stay alive, he would only know an arduous life. That's why I didn't go out of my way to be gentle and dressing his wounds. If he could just focus on what actually matters, his water's so loud. Instead, he obsesses about gaining my approval and compares himself to others. This is how I get my whistle. Oh, Sotratus, did you see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has a new card mini-game called Queen's Blood. And apparently it has a whole, like, side quest. There's no information about what Queen's Blood actually is, just that it is one of the directors, I can't remember which one's directing it, but one of his favourite minigames out of all the new minigames they've made. So I think it's going to be like in the Yuffie DLC where they had the Fort Condor minigame, and they had you go around and like winning new boards and pieces from people. So, yeah! There's a new Final Fantasy card game to play. That's exciting. Oh, there was another game. Edition has whole card game. There's a game coming out. Oh, Unicorn Overlord. Unicorn Overlord, which is the next game by the people who made 13 Sentinels. Their collector's edition comes with an entire card game based on, I assume, based on the game. Like, just like an entire, like, Unicorn Overlord card game. Which, as far as, like, ultimate collector's editions go for video games, that's pretty cool. I'm not getting it, but it's still, as a collector's edition extra, it's interesting. It's a good week for card game fans, is all I'm saying. Yeah. If truth be told, no matter what Nagy wants to do, it is my intent to support him. It's his life, after all, and no one else's. It isn't my place to interfere. Be that as it may, if he is sabotaging his own aspirations with his obsession for my approval, I can't simply stand idly by and watch. Loath though I am to impose, until my brother has found his answer, might I trouble you to keep an eye on him? Please take it as a request from me as well. Ever has adventuring been dangerous, and it is more dangerous still for one who spurns help. Like Kippy, I do not wish for Nagy to continue on his current path. As a fellow adventurer, please help him find a better way. I'll give you this flaming bird if you do. Thank you. Now then, on a related matter, I must pay a visit to the Weavers Guild, but I'll see you again anon. Take a shot, if you'll excuse me. I'm away. Nagy set off this way, so you may find him at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. We leave him in your capable hands, my friend. No. Anything to get away from that fountain. I don't know why they decided to put him next to that fountain. It's so loud. I really wish they hadn't put out a trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth so like, early. Because I was already looking forward to it. And then they put out the trailer, and now I've seen all the stuff that's coming with it, and now I'm just like, oh man. I'm not gonna wait till February. I want to play in the Gold Saucer now. I want to take Barrett on a date now. Oh, it's you. Yeah, it's you, Jack. What is it? Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. This is really something I should be doing alone. Still, it's nice to have someone to talk to. Like my sister bathed me, I'm pondering why I chose to become an adventurer in the first place. Kippy has looked after me since I was no more than 10, after our parents passed away. She was already a reporter by then, and her work took her to various places. From her I heard tales about adventurers and came to admire them. Upon learning of the full extent of the impending calamity, she took us to a village in the mountains where our aunt lived. It's desperate times like these that people need stories of hope, she used to say. I believe she wanted to remain in Gridania and continue her work, but she left in order to keep me safe. I was a burden to her then. I don't want to be a burden to her again. For that, I need to show her that I don't need to depend on others, that I'm a capable adventurer who can handle anything by himself. Ponder as I might, I can't understand what's wrong with that. Now, when in doubt, I suppose I should do what adventurers do and gather information. It'd be good, I think, to speak with people like my sister, people who aren't adventurers but are familiar with them. Who knew Dar would fit that description? How about the local purveyor of information? You mean Wymond? Oh, he's certainly knowledgeable. The kind of information to deal with isn't exactly what I need. Instead, how about Miss Momodi, the face of the Adventurers Guild? In her capacity as guild representative, she's bound to have some valuable insights. I'll seek her out at once. Why did you even ask then, if you already knew who you were going to talk to? Waste my fucking time. Like, I got things to. I do have things to do. I'm taking time out of my schedule to look after your shit again, Nagi. If there wasn't a giant flying bird fire bird in this, well, I'd probably still be here. Maybe. Still remember when I first came here to sign up. I was a nervous wreck then, but now this place feels like a second home. And I come all the time for crumpets. They make them so springy and serve them drowning in butter and honey. I don't think I've ever had honey on my crumpets before. Sorry, now isn't the time for that. Come, let's have a chat with Miss Momodi. Hi, Miss Momodi. Well now, if it isn't Jack and Nagi, to what do I owe the pleasures of both your companies today? I was hoping to get your advice on a certain matter. Blah 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 blah. A misconception you developed about being an adventurer, that's an interesting one, I have to admit. Try as I might to figure it out, I keep going around in circles. I thought you might be able to offer some insights. This is just a gut feeling, but I reckon I understand what your sister's trying to say. Tell me, Nagi, suppose you fail to get your sister's approval, would you simply give up being an adventurer? Would it all become meaningless? It's like I could get a job in admin or something somewhere. From this here counter, I've indeed seen off many an adventurer, each and every one unique, with dreams and destinations all of their own. But in spite of their differences, they all share something in common, a reason for first embarking upon their journey. Jack, would you mind telling us why you chose the adventuring life? I think I was summoned into it by God. I wanted to see the world. And other worlds. Yeah, how very like you. Keep that reason close to your heart now, you hear? And you, Nagi? What inspired you to become an adventurer? Oh, it's simple, really. I heard about adventurers from my sister and became infatuated with the lives they led. Like them, I wanted to be able to see the world while helping those in need. Then isn't that enough? Your sister's approval or no, you have a reason all your own. I wanted enough power to kill gods with an S. All of them. I mean, that is what I do. But it is funny that, because if my understanding is that if you've got like a if you played Final Fantasy XIV and then imported a character, you just kind of teleport in to Final Fantasy XIV and it's just like, well, guess I'm here now. As opposed to, I don't know if you still arrive by boat, or I just remember reading about it a little while, like ages ago when I first started, and it was just like, no, it is the Warrior of Light from 14 is the same one in A Realm Reborn, but if you never played as them, it's just a different guy. By the 12, I see now. At some point, my desire to prove myself to Kippy has displaced my own motive for being an adventurer. That's the misconception Kippy wanted me to recognise. What a fool I've been. Wanting someone's approval isn't wrong in and of itself, mind, but it's got nothing to do with why you're an adventurer. It shouldn't force you to do things you wouldn't otherwise do, like trying to handle everything alone. Well, that's enough from me today. I've said my piece. What you do now is up to you, Nagi. Thank you for helping me realise, Miss Momodi. Ain't nothing of it. It's my job to watch over all you. Nothing makes me happier than to see you happy doing what you do. And trying and not dying, hopefully. So many who go out that door and never come back. So many. Thank you too, Jack, for accompanying me. I think I know what to say to Kippy now. And loath I am to trouble you again, there's something else I'd like your help with. You see, of the letters we collected in Limsa Lominsa, one was from an explorer who was seeking an escort for an expedition. By now that letter should be on display at the Gold Core. I want to show it to my sister, and I'd be grateful if you could help me find it. Come, let's rejoin the minstrel. Okay. Is there an Etherite nearby I could just... Actually, this should... This takes me to him, doesn't it? But yeah, the Warrior of Light, it's you know, he says he's got some sort of like, oh, I wanted to see the world, I seemed exciting, but the reality is just like, honestly, I'm absurdly powerful, and God told me to go and kill other religions' gods. So, I'm very agreeable. I'm like, what's his name? I can't remember his name. From Ace Ventura and The Mask. Jim Carrey. I mean, it's like Jim Carrey in that Yes Man film. It's like he's cursed. He's unable to shake his head. It's just... Fortunately, he ran into good people who used his power to destroy evil gods. But just as easily, he could have been coerced into ending the world if he'd just run into the Garleans first. If he'd got on the wrong boat. Ah, welcome back. Dare I hope you were able to find the answer? Yeah, I'm happy to say. Miss Momodi helped me come to a realization, and when I go to speak with my sister, I'm gonna... I don't know why, I thought he was gonna do the emote where they punch his fist into his hand. He's like, when I see my sister, oh, she's gonna get an eyeful. I see. By all means, feel free to borrow the letter. Does it have any distinguishing characteristics? As I recall, there was a large drawing of a blue chocobo on it. Very well, the search together, the more swiftly to find it. Now I'm going to go and click on some sparkles. Letter with a shield drawing, letter with a blue chocobo drawing. Okay, well that makes that a lot easier. Dear adventurer, how fares your journey? Mine continues, and I wake up to the sound of birdsong and lie down to sleep beneath the moonlight as I seek unblazed trails. Long ago, when an adventurer aided me, I was made to realize how alike we are. Deep down, we are simply travelers who thrill to make new discoveries. Thus do I write this letter now in hopes of recruiting such like-minded souls to join me on an expedition. If you will at all share in my desire to make the uncharted charted, then I invite you to seek me out at the Drowning Wench in Limsa Lominsa. Eagerly do I await your coming. Although recruiting adventurers bears a drawing of Blue Chocobo. It must be the missive Nagi is looking for. The other letters are interesting too. Okay, well I might as well have a read, since I still can. As someone charged with the city's peace, I cannot overstate how much of an boon adventurers are to our efforts. Some folk had expressed concern that an increase in drifters would see a corresponding rise in crimes, but on the contrary, they are steadily declining. Soldiers like ourselves are somewhat limited in the scope of our duties, and we're not always available to lend our citizens what assistance they need. Thus, I would take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to adventurers who step up to fill the void. Okay, I don't know who that is, but... Dear not-so-new adventurer, as a travelling merchant I have my fair share of happy encounters, but sharing a carriage with you stands out above them all. You see, I went on to sell veritable crate loads of the ring I gave you, and turned enough of a profit to buy my own carriage. You shared with me your adventurous luck, and I count my blessings every day. No matter where I go, I often hear tell of your exploits, and it makes me inordinately proud to have met you. Till we meet again, my friend, I pray for your continued safety and success. I don't remember this person either. I'm guessing that's related to a quest that I did at some point with a ring, but I honestly don't remember it. Esteemed adventurer, should you chance to read this letter, I pray it finds you well. Much time has passed since you helped us rebuild in the wake of that terrible disaster, but we still remember you most fondly. Our lives continue to be hard, and every day brings new challenges. Nonetheless, we have regained a semblance of what we once had, and smiles are beginning to return to faces. Tomorrow will be brighter than today. This we dare to believe now thanks to you. And should you yourself face hardship, I pray that you believe the same. Really, the merchant in the game's intro, he gives you your first ever ring. No, don't remember it at all. You remember it because you've replayed the intro like 1,000 times. I don't remember it at all. The triplet merchants. Oh, is he literally the guy from the very opening of the game? Yeah, I remember you telling me about the triplet merchants, because there's one for Uldar and one for the Greatwood as well. Okay. I don't remember him giving me a ring, though. I don't remember him giving me a ring. Don't look over here so far. How about you? I just read all of the letters. Hey, salutations, Dr. Blah. Thanks very much. Always appreciate a pompadour, lover. Thank you very much. A blue chocobo? Yes, this is the one. All that's left, then, is to talk to Kepi. You know where she is? She's wandering around somewhere. Oh, she went to the Weavers Guild, saying that she had business there. Oh, perhaps she's buying clothes. At any rate, I'll look for her there, thank you. Maybe she's buying you some armour. But for this too, might I trouble you to accompany Naki? Afterwards, I ask that you tell me how events unfold. I shall await you at the Ruby Road Exchange. I know how this is. I know how this is going to unfold. I know how this is going to unfold. I've done the Rising event before. His other universe version died at the start of Shadowbringers, and you forgot him. Oh, I do remember that guy dying. I think that was when you reminded me that he was the first version of the Triplet Merchants. So the thing, I mostly remember you telling me things rather than the things in the game. But in my defense, it was like I started this game, what, 2.5 years ago? That was a really long time ago. You're here too, Jack. I must confess I'm feeling rather nervous, so I appreciate your presence. Oh dear, you came to find me? My apologies for taking so long. So Nagi, were you able to find the answer? Aye. To begin with, I want you to look at this. That's how I take things out of my pocket. Never breaking eye contact with the person I'm talking to, just staring dead-eyed, unblinking at them whilst I ferret around in my pocket. An explorer is assembling an escort for an expedition. Certainly sounds exciting. In wanting your approval, I was determined not to rely on others, but a part of me dearly wanted to be part of the expedition, to go where I dare not set foot alone, so I've decided that I will answer the invitation. Then, this means you've given up on trying to do everything alone. I've wanted to prove to you that I'm capable, that I'm no longer a burden, and in my obsession I lost sight of why I became an adventurer in the first place. To see what lies beyond the horizon and lend a helping hand to those I meet, that's what drives me. And I was able to remember this thanks to Miss Momodi and Jack. I didn't do anything. And whether or not you approve, I want to continue adventuring for my own reasons. Is that alright with you? Didn't you just say you didn't need my approval? But to be clear, I never actually intended to stop you. Yeah, I mean, if I only played those quests like 10 years ago on launch days, it makes sense I'd remember and you wouldn't. You have 1,000 characters, alright? You've played that quest, I mean, maybe you haven't read the text, but you've played through those quests over and over again, okay? Don't you 10 years ago me. Do you remember what you once told me, Nagi? Shortly before the calamity struck. Oh, we're having a flashback. Did you interview adventurers again today? What were they like? What kind of places have they been to? Huh, you never get sick of hearing about adventurers, do you? Never ever. When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer too. Well, that's as fine an aspiration as any. But do you know what kind of adventurer you wish to become? A hero, like in the tales, perhaps? Oh, no, sister, not a hero. Adventurers are free spirits. I want to be the freest spirit of all. Oh, yes, I travel the world to meet lots of people. And when I visit home, you can interview me as much as you like. For that boy to spurn help for want of my approval, I couldn't bear to see it, and in order to bring you to your senses, I may have spoken a little sternly. As an adventurer, you'll experience no small amount of hardships, but you chose your path because you wanted to be free. So don't let yourself be shackled by expectation, be it your own or that of others, and instead take things as they come. As long as you are true to yourself and recognise your limits, you'll surely find a way forward. And remember, not even heroes can accomplish everything alone. Yes, sometimes I have to summon 7 random people to come and help me out. Exactly 7 or 3. Relying on others doesn't make you a lesser adventurer. If anything, the freer we are, the more we need to look out for one another. And that, I believe, is the essence and beauty of adventuring. Wouldn't you agree, Jack? A hero needs friends as much as anyone. I should know. I am one. Multiple times over, in different worlds. Understood, Kippy. I won't ever forget this. Knowing you, I expect you'll be raring to answer the explorer's petition in Limsa Laminsa. You'll be taking an airship, yes? In which case, I should give these garments to you now. She was buying him armour. I had them made for you, thinking it was past time you had something better. For me, ain't you so much, sister? I must thank you too, Jack. You're the kind of adventurer I admire, and I'll keep on working hard to be like you. I couldn't have asked for a better person to watch over my little brother. I appreciate everything you've done for him, and look forward to meeting you again, be it for a story or something else. With that, we'll take our leave of you. Till next time. No reward. No actual reward. It's fine, I'll go get my reward off of God. It's fine. See the siblings off, safe in the knowledge that all will be well. Time to rejoin the wandering minstrel and relate to him the tale's happy conclusion. And then the realm was reborn. Oh, I wish they title dropped the expansions more often. Like... And then the last shadow was brung. Truly, the end had been walked. And... I keep forgetting the name of the new expansion because I keep thinking it's Dawnbreak and it's not Dawnbreak. Yeah. Oh my god, it's the Buddha. Then heaven was warded. Exactly. It's Dawn... It's Dawn so I keep thinking it's Dawnbreak and it's not Dawnbreak. No, whatever. I'll remember. It's not getting snapped for another year. I'll remember what it's called when it comes out. Dawn Trails. That's what it is. I don't know why. I keep thinking Dawnbreak. Dawn Trails just hasn't stuck in my head yet. To be fair, it took me a really long time to remember Shadowbringer as well. I mean, they do end every DLC with a poem that foreshadows the next update. Yeah, but that's not quite as cheesy. Sunset Dead End. That's more... That's more like a Nier DLC name. Anyway. Welcome back, my friend. Judging by your expression, I take it all is well with Nagi and Kippy. It's just like, I honestly... It's fine. They're great. I wasn't really paying attention that much. I kind of dozed off in the middle, but they seemed happy and smiling when they walked away from me. I see. Pleased am I to hear that. When we first set out on our journeys, 'tis usually the simplest of reasons. Yet as we make our way, those reasons may become lost in a haze of motives, causing us to lose sight of what truly matters. In such a time, if we can but remember what prompted us to take our first step, we will always find the strength to take the next. Nagi shall be fine, I am certain of it. My thanks for keeping an eye on him. Oh, it'd be awful if next year's Rising event is just like, unfortunately, Nagi has died. We must remember him as he lived. Incompetent. These events have inspired a new verse in me. A verse about the dreams of those who seek new worlds, and the hopes of those who see them off. I'm just like, wait a minute. I know what happens when you pluck that. It's God time. Oh, this is a bit different. We went with Kingdom Hearts last time. I've been isekai'd onto an abandoned airship this time. Great. Harp, run away. Exactly. It's like I should be familiar with it at this point. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream, a flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you again, as I have in the past. I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. I'd love it if one year it just summons you to the Square Enix offices, and it's just like a really tired Yoshi is just like, oh shit, I forgot. I'll be honest, I've been really busy getting the next expansion out, and I just haven't had time to set anything up. Do you want a coffee? I think I could get my assistant to make us some coffee. God. Let me just close down this spreadsheet. Let me just save these files. I'll be with you in like 5 minutes. Sorry. Just a pleasure to meet you again, as I have in the past. I beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. Imagine if someone IRL had this power. Play one note, never hears it, meets God. I would just use it to troll people on the subway. Or just, you know, if someone annoyed me, I'd just be like, all right, you can answer to God. That would be my catchphrase. Imagine the Yelp reviews. You've got to wonder whether they'd be positive or negative. I suppose it depends on whether your god is a Japanese game developer. 10 years have now passed since the world was reborn from its ashes, since we set forth upon this journey. Countless things have happened during that time, and I've had the pleasure of meeting many an adventurer along the way. If truth be told, it hasn't always been easy. There are moments when I wonder why I must struggle so. Days that I'm tempted to cast it all aside. But in spite of this, I always manage to carry on, and it's thanks to my wonderful comrades and to you, our esteemed adventurers. By now I must have been regaled with tens of thousands of your tales. I think more people have subscribed than that. You usually share them with a smile, but even when it is with a frown, you tell me that you're still enjoying yourself. It is no exaggeration to say that I derive all of my driving force from you all. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Seriously, your subscriptions keep me in house. Keep me fed and keep me in a nice house in Roppongi Hills. I think that's the nice place in Tokyo. Ours is an unending journey, and nothing would make me happier than if we could keep walking it together. I mean, eventually you're going to have to update the game. Like, it's... I mean, I suppose Final Fantasy XI's still going, so I suppose Final Fantasy XIV could go for a little while longer. And World of Warcraft's still going. So no, I guess there's no reason for you to really you have to make Final Fantasy XIV too. As you make your way, we promise that we will ever be at your side, matching you step for step. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Much time has passed since the world was reborn from its ashes. Countless souls have made this place their home. Every single one has left an indelible mark upon it. Look! It's a big fiery bird thing. Do you want it? Together we have built this world, and it is our sincerest hope that we shall continue to do so for many years to come. So please be safe and well. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Oh yeah, I have seen that they're upgrading the graphics, which is good. Although the funny thing about that is that they're upgrading. They're going to go upgrade important NPCs, and they're going to upgrade characters made with the character creator. So there are some characters who don't fit into that gap, who are going to still have old models. So there's going to just be occasionally you're going to be playing through the game, and you're going to look great, the Scions are going to look great, and there's just going to be one guy that you talk to who looks awful, and I love it. And it's indeed releasing on Xbox. If I didn't have to buy it, I mean, if it's on Games Pass, I could maybe make the switch. Because it's still the same subscription. But it's having to buy the whole game again. Jeff, why do you look so low polygon? Exactly, it's just like, you're just walking around looking all shiny and handsome and everything's all, you know, all new and next gen, and then there's just this one guy, one PS3 looking motherfucker just going like, I need you to save my cow. And it's like, no. Get away from me, you horrible low resolution monster. I dare say Nagy is aboard the airship by now. I pray that he and Kippy will find happiness upon their respective paths. I hope you do so as well, my friend. If you would lend me an ear, I would dedicate these verses to your future. It's like, oh no, don't play your harp again. By morning light the journey starts, a thrill of hope within our hearts. On westerly wind to river song, into the world where we belong. I think I always sing this to the tune of Greensleeves. Oh, fields of white and azure sky, sunset storm, a crimson fire, jewels that glitter on pitch black veil, a new day dawns, so goes the tale. By eternal wind we carry on, boldly towards a golden morn, with memories as a guiding star, shining our step both near and far. That's Jimmy, we don't talk about Jimmy. Yeah, he's just T-posing in the background at 480p. Where you will go, whom you will meet, what you will see. There is no telling what the future holds for anyone. Oh man, we need to have this conversation next year after you finish Endwalker. I could finish... No, I'm not going to finish Endwalker this year, am I? I was I could finish Endwalker this year, and I just went, no, it's almost October. It's... Yeah, next year when I finish Endwalker. Update the graphics, all Lalafell become walking potatoes. It's like, no, too far! Scale them back down again! Scale them back down, turn off the V-Sync! Yet come what may, I bid you never forget this. The bonds you forge, the memories you make, and the footprints you leave behind, they shall one day spur you forward. So pray continue walking your own path. Wherever your journey leads, I shall be praying for your happiness. I'm just looking for the day that my sunglasses get ray tracing, and you can see the reflections of everyone you talk to in them. That feels like really dangerous. Unfortunately, his airship caught fire from the fireworks that went off as he took off and crash landed at a blaze. The memories shared, yet all our own, as one we brave frontiers are known. Thank you for 10 years. Well, I've only been here for 2.5, but, you know. I'll take credit. Thank you for my bird. You can finish Endwalker this year. Literally it'll take you like 2 weeks. You know the speed by now at which I play through this game. You now have access to the letter forest at the Gold Court. Speak with the tender station there to read the letters. Additionally, you've also unlocked the Koopo Adventure minigame on the steps of Nard. Speak with Nonara at the Ruby Exchange to play. Ooh. This, along with other minigames, must be played by opening the toy chest in the inn room. I have apparently unlocked a minigame. Let's get my Rising Phoenix. I also bought these orchestra rolls as well. Let's redeem those. If we rush it, we'll truly be walking to the end. Exactly! It's end walker, not end sprinter. We'll go at a leisurely pace towards the end. End saunter. What's the name of the guy I need to speak to? Kimi Boltov, Mamaru, Mamoji, Progressive Satoyo. None of these sound right. Nonora. Oh, and the Ruby Road Exchange. This is the bar. This isn't the Ruby Road Exchange. I said before, I don't know Uldar very well compared to the other city-states. Oh shit, would have a field day in 2014. Which is just a whale to give us. The rush is to drop every other game for 2 weeks. End straw. Look, if we get to a point where Dawn Trail is about to come out and I haven't finished Endwalker or the post-Endwalker DLC, then I'll maybe just play Final Fantasy XIV every day until I sort of finish, so that I'm ready for Dawn Trail. But until we get to that point, there's no need to rush. I realised I don't really like much of the content outside of the main scenario quest. Triple Triad and the main scenario quest and some of the side quests is really all I like doing. I don't like doing much of the, like, grindy stuff. So there is a lot of stuff I need to do to get all the Triple Triad cards. So it would be nice to finish with some time so I can do some Triple Triad stuff, but it's just fine. Like I said, it should be fine. It's true. If I could move, I'd follow you, could creep on him eating, so just be content that you walked past me and didn't see. No, I saw you earlier. I called you Buddha. I called you Buddha when I walked past you a minute ago. I'm talking to the F-Right show. Oh yeah, Ruby Road Exchange. Wait, is the Sapphire Avenue Exchange different to the Ruby Road Exchange? It's the same thing, right? The only thing I know about Uldar, on our server there's a 24/7 bard named Link in a green tunic playing music. That's pretty cool. That's dedication to the bit. I don't know any... Oh god, look at this guy. Nice. I don't know any of the... Like, I very, very, very rarely come to Uldar, and when it is, it's just to basically for these, like, events. And very, very occasionally, when the story sends me here, to go and talk to Nanamo or someone. Nanora. What the fuck is a Nanora? Well, my server has slutty cat girls that will up with you for money. I don't know that my server, that Moogle doesn't have that. I've never tried or looked for it. Mine mostly has the occasional French person advertising their guild. Wait, there's the Ruby Road Exchange. Hang on. I will find this person. Was that a mender? That's not oh, there she is. Going to the big 10th anniversary of our head. Greetings, adventurer. Are you here to test your skills in the excitement of Koopa Koopa Adventure? What is Koopa Koopa Adventure? Koopa Koopa Adventure is a glamour-generated game in which you control a Moogle armed with a magic rebounding ball and do battle with hordes of fiends. The game was apparently developed by a fun-loving engineer. I don't know the individual personally, I'm afraid, but it's my pleasure to attend to those who wish to play. If you have a spare moment, then by all means give it a try. Sure. Excellent, let's get you started at once. Please enjoy yourself. So Lalafell Council of the City, so... French server has more than the occasional French person. You say that, but I don't see... I see more English than French on this server. But then I guess I don't talk to people that frequently. Every time I've gone into a party with someone though and done a dungeon, they've always been English speaking. Deals 20 damage to your target in front of you. Deals 10 damage to all enemies in an area centered 8 squares in front of you. Restores 50 HP. Erests a protective barrier around you. Grants automatic revival upon KO for the duration of the effect. Do I have to move out of the way? No. I sense a powerful presence, apparently. Oh, I see. Destroying the... That destroys the nearby ones. I've been focusing on this game. I suppose I don't have to because it's turn-based. You won't go anywhere. You can set what languages you want to queue with. Oh, can you? I must have done that at some point then and not realised. Most of the people speak in English because it's kind of rude not to. Mughal has about 50% French-speaking population, if I recall. Is that right? I clearly know... This is just, again, just sort of like highlighting how little I know about this game. Like, I don't know anything about my server, the people on it. I didn't realise it was 50% French-speaking. But I guess, yeah, I must have just set it to, like... to queue with English people. Maybe that's why it takes me so much longer to find people. My wife is from Sheffield. I'm American. Where's your accent from? I'm from Wiltshire. My accent's not very... I technically have a Wiltshire accent. But I don't have... A Wiltshire accent's more like, hello, I like to drive tractors and drink water. But my accent isn't that. But it is still considered a Wiltshire accent. So, there you go. And like 2% German. And there's someone like 43% German, so that's like 1% French. Automod didn't like your next comment, but I'll allow it. So I guess I hate Germans. Which is interesting, because I've now authorised that out of order. Because you've... So, I know that was the next thing that you said. But it's going to be very confusing otherwise. Automatically sets your queue's languages to your game's language. Oh, having it set to English probably doesn't help, but... Right. But if I had it in French, then people would just be speaking French, and I wouldn't know what they were saying. So... That's awesome. I think that might be the first time anyone's ever said that's awesome to me being from Wiltshire. Don't get me wrong, Wiltshire's great. But it's a bit sort of, you know, backwater farmland. Oh, we might be in trouble. Hang on. I'm Okay. We'll finish this one off this round. Oh, they just stopped. I thought it was like game over. I thought this was like Space Invaders. Almost said it was French. No, I wasn't planning to. Ow. Only Moogle has high French population. You'll just get matched with more people from your server. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because I get matched for anyone from Chaos, can't I? It's not just Moogle. Yeah, again, I forget how that works. Oh wait, if I use that. Oh wait, no. I have to wait. Okay. Whoa! I have been bound and poisoned. There we go. That's fine. We'll take the cactar hit. Oh, right. I was wondering what the whole rebound mechanic was about. Sorry, Dr. Blather, that's absolutely fine. I know that's not backseating at all. That is just me not noticing an integral part of this game. Oh, okay. This is now Peggle. From Chaos, adding every language to your keyword speed up, a language barrier not worth it. Yeah, no, that's true. No, I forgot that it's everyone from Chaos, not just Moogle. Okay, I was wondering like how. I think I just killed myself as well because of the poison. We'll retry. Now that I know what I'm doing, I was like, how do I just take the hit from Cactuar? But that's what I do. Is I have to hit it when I'm not in front of it. Man, I hit everything but the Cactuar, but I'm not in front of it. That's the important thing. That worked better in my head. Alright, fine. There we go. Haha! Oh, this is much better. Hang on, I wanna. Played Peggle, but it always looked fun whenever I watched anyone else play it. Okay. Yes. Hang on. Screw it. Let's just do zigzagging. Oh, there we go. You don't get anything for doing this, do you? It's just a nice little side activity, isn't it? Fun and score. Yeah, okay. You know, like a hat, you know, or something, you know. It is a fun game. So I'm not going to complain too much about there not being... Oh, and that. I can make you a hat. It's like a hard to entertain child. No, I mean, to be fair, I don't need a hat until they add the second item slot. You know, because until the sunglasses become a separate slot, I don't need a hat. Plus, I only need a hat that doesn't hide my pompadour. It's very strict conditions. Bandana, that might be more my speed. My wife can make like 3 hats from Weaver. Oh! I could wear the... Oh, it's a Tonberry. That's unfortunate. I can wear the flower crowns now, can't I? I'm making you a clown cap. No! Make me a rose crown thing or something. Again, I'll only be able to wear it. Is it Dawn Trail that's actually adding all of that stuff, or is it stuff they're adding leading up to Dawn Trail? Like the two-tone dyes as well. Is that actually? Is that? I can't remember if they said it was stuff they were working on just generally. Oh, that didn't work. Right, let's get down in there. Booyah! I like this sexy nagger as well. I've mentioned before how I like snake ladies. They're just my thing. I got doomed. Ah. Oh, it's because of the Tonberry. Alright. I think I can protect against being killed in a second, so that's fine. So satisfying when he gets stuck in when he just gets like stuck behind and just bounces around for like a really long time. Ow! I gotta deal with these. There you go. Return to me, my pellets. Is it a corsage? Oh, is that Odin? Oh. Nope. That's what I did before. That doesn't work unless there's a space behind him. There we go. Yeah, could have gone better, could have gone worse. Hang on, Tom Bree. Oh. Okay, that one felt a lot easier than the last one. Yay. I didn't get full MP, full HP, full MP, no actions, and no damages. But I got a lovely picture of the two of them, so that's nice. Okay, well that was a nice little distraction. Thank you, Nonara. Nonora. The Buddha's gone. Oh hey, and Yoshi's over there now. Do you want a rose corsage hat thingy? They're pretty easy to make. When? Yes, but not until they make sunglasses a separate slot, because I won't wear it. But when they make sunglasses a separate slot, absolutely. 100%. It will fit my rose motif. I need to do this at some point as well, because I do want some of the stuff from this. Wouldn't mind that Warrior of Light card, to be honest. And the Samurai Barding. And some of these minions down on the sort of cheaper end of things. And some of these... I have your Giri Mistwalker. There were some other... I'm sure there were some other Triple Triad cards that I didn't have. Well, maybe I can't see them. Anyway. I guess let's go and do some... I can't remember what we were doing in Shadowbringers. I'll be honest. What were we doing? I genuinely don't remember what the... Oh, what we queued... What is it we queued for... No, I did the dungeon. I did the dungeon. Let's maybe fast travel to the other shit. I'll try and remember what the frig I was doing. Post Shadowbringers main scenario quest. We're quite near the end. Yeah, I did Matoya's relics, and we summoned a big pig, and then I beat the big pig up, and then we were going to use the big pig to breed smaller pigs to cure the primal brain rot. That's what we're doing. Oh, look at where am I? Wait, do I just turn into the bird? Oh, okay. I'm a bird! Look at how blown out I am. This is why I mean, it's a good thing I'm inside. Well, it wouldn't matter if I wasn't inside the bird, because I've got sunglasses on. But look at me, everyone else, and squint. I am on it. Am I? I don't think I am. Use the emote. I'm not on it. I promise you I'm not. Am I supposed to be on it? It's a cool emote though. Are we not on the bird? I thought I saw my guy. I mean, I'm not on my bird. Let me land. I'll resummon it. We'll try again. Nope. You just took. Well, I mean, I'm not on my bird. Is all I can confirm. Whether other people are on their birds, I don't know. Am I on other birds? I don't have any other birds to check. Am I on... Hang on. Oh, no, I do have another bird. Yeah, I'm on this bird. This bird's fine. One bird you ride, one bird you become. Apparently apparently that is exactly it. You become the phoenix, but you ride the one you got from Stormblood. Oh no, you're right. Yeah. You turn into the phoenix. It's a animorph mount. Well then, my friends, let us return to Limsa Lominsa and deliver the good news to the Admiral. A word to the officer in Bulwark Hall should be sufficient to secure us an audience. I'm also like a captain in the Maelstrom. I can... And the hero of the world. I feel like at this point I should be able to get an audience with... Llewellyn, whatever her name is, whenever I want. Nope. Don't recognize that one. Hero of the world. Yes, that is true. But, the Admiral doesn't care about me saving other worlds. But she should very much care about me saving this one. Like, again, it's a Storm Sergeant. I'm a captain. I outrank you. Oi, Captain Dandy. Ever a welcome sight? Tidings for the Admiral, you say? She is presently receiving guests, but for the Scions, I know she will make an exception. Follow me. Yeah, that's right. Not the Scions. For me. Oh, look at these guys. Is that a hat or part of his head? What's up, Melwyn? My friends, what brings you here this day? Is this true? I don't know why Alphino didn't say anything there. He could have just said, we've got a cure for primal sickness. Tempering, that's what it's called. By the Navigator, a cure for tempering. I don't remember what Melwyb's... I don't remember what her name is. It's been so long since she's been relevant. As often as I have been in awe of you, Scions, I would not have thought it possible. And yet it is, Admiral. We have done it, here in Limsa, and production of more familiars has already begun. You will have my thanks, truly. This will do much to advance the cause of peace, yet I fear it will take more to close the rift twixt man and beast-man. Bah, even to speak thus divides us. Welcome as it is, a cure will not guarantee reconciliation between our peoples, for though summoning and the tempered may serve to fuel the conflict, they are but symptoms of it. If we are to resolve the primal problem once and for all, we must address the cause. We must strive for mutual understanding and find a way to leave our bloody past behind. It was I who moved the Alliance renew its push for peace. Since our ancestors came to these shores some 7 centuries past, we Laminsons have been at odds with those who share our island home. Save for a brief moment of cooperation with the kobolds, our history has been one of nigh constant territorial squabbling. Meanwhile, I think that's part of his head. I couldn't quite tell whether it was a hat. I think it's part of his head, but it has decorations. Meanwhile, our struggle with the Sahagin for control over the seas has only grown fiercer, a matter made worse by the thrice-damned calamity driving them to seek a new spawning grounds. Yep, that's nail on the head. With survival at stake, each had no choice but to fight, and so I dismissed peace as impossible. Big hats, big magic. I learned that from black mages. Is that how it works with black mages? The size of their hat is proportional to the size of their magic. Oh, that does track, actually. Impossible is a word coined by the weak, I proclaimed to all who'd listen, and then gave up. You and yours put me to shame. Since you led us to... Just look at the reflection. No, it's just a random texture. Since you led us to victory against the Black Wolf, you have achieved the impossible again and again and again. And I thought it high time that I followed suit. Hence my proposal to the Alliance Council. But no sooner did I reach out to our neighbours in Vilbrand than my own people sought to thwart me. You speak of the pirates who failed to attend the meeting. Aye, acting through a friendly faction among the kobolds, we had intended to seek an audience with a prominent patriarch. But the bloody executioners would not hear of it. The bloody executioners would not hear of it, and their absence sent a message to the rest. Do you want me to go and make them more bloody? That's what I do. Though they are but one of the 3 pirate powers, they are the greatest, and any attempt at peace would founder without them. Ah, the 3 Emperors of the Sea. I am given to understand that their leader, Captain Hilfer, has been bedridden for some while with an ailment of the lungs. Correct. In his absence, his right hand leads, a man named Sicard, but recently risen to prominence among their ranks. Okay, apparently we're delving into pirate politics now. Save for his disdain for authority, little is known about him. We've invited him to speak with us more than once, but he will not come. I have tasked the Yellow Jackets and the Rogues with uncovering his motives, but they have learned naught of any value. Oh, fine. We'll take care of it. Yeah, leave it to us. By us, I mean me. We have a nose for the truth. Whatever this Sicard wants, we'll find out. Truly, I would be much obliged. I shall look forward to hearing what you learn then. Good luck. I know her voice is more gravelly, I just can't do that. I used to be able to do it better, but I think. I mean, better's relative. By way of a first step, I suggest we split up and make inquiries around town. Someone must know this Sicard. If you could approach the pirates, Jack, the rest of us will seek out merchants and adventurers. If you could speak to the dangerous people, we'll speak to the safe ones. And it's like, do you know what, Alphino? I'd love to complain about that approach, but honestly, it's probably the smartest thing you've said in a while. we let the 16-year-old have his own militia? Ugh. Those were the days. Curious or Sicard, are you? As am I, my friend, as am I. Sadly, I know nothing of the man, save that the bloody executioners experienced a marked improvement in their fortunes after his promotion. Quite how he achieved this is a matter of some debate. As you know, the thalassocracy permits us to attack only Guardian vessels, yet these have all but vanished from the sea since the Empire turned in upon itself. In order to adapt, we Krakens have taken to trading with the East, but the executioners are less forward-looking. I cannot imagine they would willingly abandon the old ways. So how, then, are they lining their coffers? Whatever their secret, they are not like to share it with their rivals, but mayhap you will have more luck. I do hope the one of the classes in Dawn Trail is the Buccaneer, because it's just fun being a pirate. And you know, you got ninja, you've got samurai. All that pirate's the only one left of the trio. And then you can PvP and figure out which one's best. Samurai. These are all, they're doing the Slav, is it the Slav squat they call it? Like a load of Japanese delinquent boys outside of a convenience store. Eh? You want to know about Sicard? He's a wily bugger is what he is. Found some clever way to make coin, they say, and traded it for Moonscape's place at old Hilfer's side. There was a time we raced the executioners for our pick of the Empire's fleet, but the Guardians are gone and them days with them. Owing to which we've all of us had to look for other ways to make ends meet, with that jumped up build rash Sicard landing the juiciest whatever it may be. It's a lovely orchestral choir rehearsing nearby. Now that we sirens are struggling, mind, we do well enough guarding fishing boats from the fishbacks and other beasties. Get the first pick of the produce for our travel, see? Quality stuff at a bargain price. This we pass to our sisters that can't sail on account of getting old or wounded, or with child, and they cook it up and sell it for a pretty profit. Simple, apparently. Not so simple that I can say it. Oh, I miss the old ways, don't get me wrong, but when I see the girls with their little ones, I think to myself, a life of peace and quiet ain't all bad. Okay, so her pirates are having children. Is that why they're all squatting like that then? Just to air it out. Understandable. It's because of the rising. Oh yeah, this was they were singing this over in Uldar as well. It's just funny we talking to some pirates and just hearing this really lovely sort of vocal song being sung in the distance. It's like, oh, we set up shop near a church. We have. It's lovely. Our bells go off at noon every day. Wakes us all up. It's great. I see everyone has returned. Now, who would like to go first? Do what you want because a swashbuckler is free. You are a swashbuckler. Exactly. That's the theme. That's what they play at the start of Dawn Trail, but they sing it in like Latin or something, so it sounds more Final Fantasy and less Lazy Town. I draw shape-changing classes and thought Blue Mage would do that. Well, I mean, Blue Mage is constantly evolving, so it could do that. And there is supposed to be a magic DPS class. Although I'm still hoping for Monster Trainer as the Because there's supposed to be a melee DPS class and a ranged magic DPS class. So the two, I think, that they said they were adding for Dawn Trail. So my hopes are Swashbuckler for the melee class, and Monster Trainer for the ranged class. Because I just think a Monster Trainer would be fun, because there's so many cool monsters that you see running around, and I just run past all of them, because it's like, well, I don't really have any interest in fighting random stuff. Salutation Stone, I see your avatar's gone. Indeed it has. I'm just trying something new for a little bit just to see the world without an avatar for a bit. So just as their imperial prey began to disappear, Sicard turned the executioner's fortunes around with a mysterious new source of income. Whatever it is, it's nothing to scoff at. According to a tavern keeper I spoke to, the crew have been indulging themselves as never before. But no amount of drink seems to loosen their tongues as to how they are coming by their coin. For my part, I spoke with a reporter of the Harbour Herald. The publication has been investigating the secret of the executioner's good fortune and making little headway. Plainly, the executioners do not wish the nature of their business to be made public. And I think I may know why. In the course of making inquiries on Hawker's Alley, an interesting fact came to light. Just as the executioners began to enjoy better fortunes, the price of crystal went into sharp decline. A sudden fall in demand, I was told. Curious, I contacted Hori Balder, who has been watching the movements of the beast tribes, and my suspicions were proven correct. Despite ever-worsening relations between the beast tribes and the thalassocracy, neither Titan nor Leviathan have made an appearance of late, suggesting that the kobolds and Sahagin lack the means with which to summon them. Well, that's a good thing, right? Do you mean to say the executioners are divesting them of their crystals? All indications point to that conclusion, yes. Though we have had no hard evidence as yet, we must investigate further. Agreed. So how do we proceed? Oh, I have an idea about that. In fact, I have already taken the liberty of making certain provisions. Here, have a pickled herring. Well, I'll take the money, it's fine. I only have a pocket full of food. During my inquiries, a disgruntled merchant informed me that a wholesaler of crystals had recently arrived in Limsa Laminsa, offering wares at prices far undercutting the competition. After asking around, I was able to gain an introduction, and will shortly pose as a potential buyer in a bid to establish the crystal's provenance. The man is due to be at Oshon's Umbrace in Lower Noskia shortly. I suggest we make our way there at once. I feel like I should be able to use the crystals to summon my own primal occasionally, because I'm immune to its effects. So it'd be alright if I summoned a primal, just just not very often, just if I'm in trouble. Just a little bit. Just a big version of me. I think I've said before how I think it'd be cool if at some point they did accidentally, just in their sort of hero worship of me, did accidentally summon a primal version of the Warrior of Light, and you had to fight a giant evil version of your character. Basically like a Shadow Link situation. That appears to be our merchant. Wish me luck. Wait. If he truly is in league with the bloody executioners, he will surely be wary of those allied to the Admiral, the Scions not least of all. Compared to yours and Jack's, mine is an unfamiliar face. Let me play the role of buyer. Graha is right, and even if you aren't unrecognised on sight, you look too genteel to be mixing with society's underbelly. Also, you're a literal child. Genteel? But very well, I leave it to you, Graha. I mean, Graha's not much older, physically, than Alphino and Alice, but he's... I think he's at least supposed to be in, like, his late teens, early 20s. Go business with me, cat boy. You're the crystal wholesaler. I'm not with the police. Have you got any of that smack? Any of that wacky backy? That I am, but you're no merchant, so what do you want the crystals for? I want to summon a primal. Don't look at us, you idiot. You'll give yourself away. Graha's like 1,000. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, mentally he's 1,000 years old, but physically he's not that old. Oh, I see. You're a weaponsmith, am I right? And you need crystals to make staffs like that fine specimen you've got there. Yes, that's right. I am indeed a weaponsmith, and I use naught but the finest materials. I bid you show me your wares. Well, we don't invite just anybody into our storehouses. It takes time to establish trust, you understand. Look, I have a large and urgent commission. If the quality is satisfactory, I will not quibble over the price. Alright, it's plain that that's no ordinary crystal adorning your staff, so I'll make an exception. Come with me. He just gives two oh no, he does literally give a thumbs up to us across the road. He's like, he is the worst plainclothes undercover cop ever. It seems to be working. Let's follow them. How do you do, fellow rebel? Yeah, exactly. Oh, look at all these level 3. Look at the little ladybugs. Oh, I remember having to kill like 10 of these for someone. And there's a Golboo. Oh, this is a nice little trip down memory lane. Anyway. It's time to fly over the top of it. In my whirly-bird. This kind of undercover cop that brings his badge. He's surprisingly effective. Because no criminal would... There's no way they would send someone this, like, terrible undercover work. So he can't possibly be undercover. Like, surely they wouldn't possibly think that this guy would be able to do it. But they went into that tunnel quietly now. Wait, they went into the tunnel quietly now, or we need to go into the tunnel after them quietly now? You won't find any finer, especially not for the price. Indeed. I would expect to pay more than double for such quality. How could they possibly be so cheap? There's nothing unlawful about them, if that's your worry. They're from Okamoro, if you're taking my meaning. Stuff's as pure as it gets. You won't be disappointed. So how much do you want? Okamoro, taken from the kobolds, just as we suspected. you have a cop's badge on your belt. Fashion. Yes, totally fashion. This gun, yeah, no, it's police issue, but I bought this one from the shop. Oh man, who knew it wasn't going to be Grawheads here that'd blow our cover, but us. That's enough. Shut your gobs and turn around. Slowly. I'm Sicard, acting captain of the bloody executioners. No need to introduce yourselves, we know who you are, scions. It's like, you don't have a pirate voice, you can't be a pirate captain. And we also know you've been chatting to the Admiral. Got eyes and ears everywhere, see? Comes with being the only true pirate crew left in Limpsa. So we've established you ain't here to buy crystals. The question is, what are you here for? You're bold to reveal yourself to us without knowing our objective, but that would explain your swift rise to power. You have spoken plain, so I shall return the favour. We came here to learn why the bloody executioners oppose the Admiral's will. I can literally res people. A gun not going to scare me. No, this is a special type of gun to trust. This is a cutscene gun. It's more powerful than any other type of gun. It can penetrate plot armor. A cutscene gun could be the end of the end of the Scions, if it wanted to be. And we have our answer. Should Limsa Laminsa make peace with the kobolds, you would lose the source of your newfound wealth. That's right. Just to remind you, though, we ain't breaking any rules here. Hey, thanks for following, Dr. Blah. Much appreciated. The law forbids us from attacking any vessel not flying the Imperial flag, but it don't say nothing about beastmen. The only reason we keep our operation nice and quiet's because we don't want no one taking our business. Wait, just listen to the end, will you? For what it's worth, I have the highest respect for you and yours. Him especially. Wait, there's three. Which one? Me, Alphano, or Graha? Well, the Maelstrom were worrying about dirt in their fancy red clobber. You lot stormed Ugamaro and battered bleeding Titan himself. Raised a mug to you lot when I heard the news. I worry about dirtying my fancy red clobber. All the time, constantly. And now we're following in your footsteps, making sure the beastmen never summon their stinking gods again. Practically your successors we are. So, you have to wonder at the point the warrior light just goes through and goes, I mean, honestly, guys, he's got a point. Oh no, one of those weapons that makes my healer unable to heal injuries, leading to minor characters dying. Exactly that. Cutscene weapons are like more powerful than any kind of like capital weapon, capital WEAPON weapon, or like ancient doomsday device or anything like that. You bring a gun out in a cutscene, all cards are off the table. When there were still Imperial ships about, we did our bit for Limpsa and went after them. But with the Garleans gone, there's no one left to ply our trade on except the Beastmen. So let us have that, eh? It's only fair. Contentious though some may find your views, it is true that you have broken no laws. So we'll change the laws and then arrest you. Ha ha! We're the good guys. That being so, I see no reason why you should not state your case directly to the Admiral's face. Unless the acting captain of the only true pirate crew left in Limsa Laminsa has some other cause to hide in a cave. Well said. Well said indeed. Not gonna lie, guys, kind of pog. I'm okay with this. Basically, he's like, honestly, they're saving us a job. Alright, I'll meet with the Admiral. I'll even provide the venue, the Astalasia. I trust you won't turn down the invitation. It's like, you got it. The Astalasia. We'll just turn to we'll just wait for them to leave and then turn to each other and go, what the fuck's the Astalasia? It's like, I don't know. I'm hoping the Admiral will know. Just remember how it's pronounced, because if we have to go back to the Admiral and she's like, okay, we need to meet you at the... It's like, what the... It's like we thought you'd know. I thought myself the hunter, but it turns out I was the prey. A timely reminder that the pirate powers of Limpsa Lominsa are not to be trifled with. But all's well that ends well. Grahatia's timely provocation has had the desired effect, and Sicard has agreed to a meeting. Let us hurry back to Limpsa Lominsa and pass on his invitation to the Admiral. Indeed. How many more quests have I got until the end? Let's finish patch 5 tonight, and then we'll call it. There's only 2 more quests left. And there's no, like, dungeons or anything. It's all just dialogue. And then that just leaves us with patch 5.5 and patch 5.5.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 quests. And then we're on Endwalker. I wrote it down for you, don't worry. He wants to meet her on the Alexandria. she goes, the Alexandria, of course. And then we leave and she turns to Ainsley and she goes, what's the Alexandria? And it's just like a whole game of whispers that just make sure that no one can ever meet up properly. It's what it was like back when you were trying to arrange things before everyone had mobile phones, and you were just constantly missing people or showing up at the wrong house at the wrong time. Welcome back, my friends. What news? Pirates. Pirates, pirates, pirates. Arr, 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 arr. So, they have been stealing crystals from the kobolds. My thanks for solving the mystery and securing a meeting besides. Suffice to say, I accept Sicard's invitation, and I would have you join me as my guests, /muscle. The future of Limpsa hangs upon the outcome of this meeting, and I would have the Scions present to bear witness. Don't know why I struggled with that sentence. It threw me off that she didn't say Limpsa Lominsa.
Look who's come crawling! Traitor!
You can shove your piece!
Are you talking about my gun?
Welcome aboard, Admiral. I'll wager you don't remember me. Sicard, acting captain of the bloody executioners, at your service.
'Twas kind of you to invite us. Now, if Captain Hillfear has a message for me, I bid you speak it.
We have just the one demand. That you forget this bilge about making peace with the Beastmen. Ours is a nation of pirates. Always has been, always will be. Deny us our right to plunder, and you deny who we are.
Too bloody right!
Pirates till we die!
What we want, we take!
So should I just kill all these guys and problem solved?
Piracy has no place in our future.
I think this guy's standing next to me. We're back by the goddamn god killer, and they were trying to pick a fight. That's what I'm saying. It's like I could solo these guys easily. I honestly think Alphino and Alisake have already taken these guys out.
What'd she say?
Pirates have no place.
Our nation has prospered through piracy, 'tis true. Yet it is but one part of our long and storied history. Centuries ago, our ancestors led a failed rebellion and were driven from their homes with little more than the shirts on their backs. In fear of their lives, they sailed south until they came to these shores.
What I do hope is that if they do add Buccaneer as a class in Dawn Trail, you could get the Buccaneer class, because surely it'll be unlocked at level 50 like all other classes. You could get the Buccaneer class and then do this mission as a Buccaneer. And so Meryl's going, Limsalam, piracy has no future in Limsalamissa, and just cuts to the Warrior of Light wearing his pirate outfit and tricorn hat going, what? No one told me. Well, I just got this hat.
Finding the land occupied by kobolds, however, they were forced to turn to piracy in order to survive. And survive they did.
Oh, not all classes unlock at 50. Oh, does this like Sage and Reaper unlock at like level 80 or something then? I just assumed you could just pick them up at, if you had the, because I could pick up Samurai at 50 and it was a Stormblood one, which would have been 60. Wait. Yeah, 60. Well, still.
But not so long ago, when the Empire threatened to crush everything we'd built, we set aside piracy and joined hands with our neighbors. This too was in order to survive.
Oh, Stormblood classes unlock at 50, Shadowbringer 60, and Endwalker at 70. Okay, so the Buccaneer would be 80. Well, that's fine, because you could still get a Buccaneer before doing this mission, because I'm 84. So the point still stands, but good to know. I didn't know that.
And survive we did. Time after time we fought the Empire, and time after time we won. And through trade with our newfound allies, we prospered more than we ever did through pillaging and plundering. The Empire teeters on the brink of collapse. Ere long, provinces like Wurlit and Bosnia and many others will regain their freedom. When they do, our matchless fleet will lead the world in a new golden age of commerce. The tides favor us, and the ocean beckons with her vast bounty.
Basically saying, look, there's going to be so much legitimate sailing work to do that we don't really need to do piracy.
But if we cling to the old ways, this great ship we call Limsa will trade the boundless seas for a lagoon. Shall we scorn the world's wealth for a plundered pittance, then? Or shall we embrace change and thrive, like our ancestors before us? The choice is yours. But if we are to prosper in the coming age, the whole of Vilbrand must become our ship, and a kobold and Sahagin our crewmates.
Rousing words. Might even be some truth in them. But pirating's all we've ever known. And we ain't about to give it up just 'cause you say so. Still, we're all Mincins here and no one wants a war. So where does that leave us? Long before you became Admiral, I heard you was captain of the League of Lost Bastards. That true?
That's a great name for a pirate crew.
If so, you'd know how we pirates settle our differences.
a duel. Very well. As Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, I accept your challenge.
Beer. Yeah, let's have a drinking competition. I mean, Melwyb's got like a legendary pirate working as her number 2, so I assume she's hot shit when it comes to shooting a gun. So she's gonna, I assume she's gonna wreck this boy, unless he cheats. Right in the nads. Oh!
This ain't over! Not till one of us is dead!
Like,
Finish
why?
the job! Or I will!
She's like, I just don't want you to breed. We all goddamn cheering.
Mr.
Wake me
Captain!
up.
Captain Elfair! Ye fool! 'Twas over afore it began.
Captain!
Seems the whelps have been yapping while their master was abed. Listen well, all of ye. Since the signing of the Galadian Accord, we all of us have been part of the same crew. The crew of the good ship Limsa Lominsa. At the helm of that ship is the Admiral. And 'tis she who decides where we sail. Was I not clear on that point? Or did you forget whose deck you stand on?
Limsa Lominsa would
Nay?
Sorry, Hilfer, I thought you'd finished. Limsa Lominsa would be a lot cooler if it was a giant ship, like, city, and they could just be like, at any point, like, sail into the ocean! Take Limsa Lominsa into battle!
Then what in the seven hells are you playing at?
It's all we know, Captain. If we ain't pirates, what are we?
Ex-pirates!
You're bloody idiots is what ye are. Idiots with your own lives ahead of ye. Ye can do anything ye want. Be anything ye want.
You can retrain!
We're pirates, aye. And we pirates love our loot. But that ain't our first love. Our first love is the sea. The sea! And what she brings us. Freedom! So hold fast to that.
Alright.
Let the brine-crusted husk that stands before you now be the last of them as knew naught save out of steel. And make of yourselves a new breed of pirate! Lad, I made ye me right hand 'cause I saw something in ye. And I still do. You've the makings of a captain. All you lack's the belief. Well now, it seems we're of one mind after all. Apologies for the misunderstanding, Admiral. We're with ye, wherever ye be headed.
love his voice acting. Yeah, his freedom had some emotions. He's a good voice actor. It's interesting. It is. I always do find it interesting when they bust out voice acting for like these characters who just haven't appeared before. Like I don't think we've ever met Hill before. Anthony Byrne is the voice actor for this guy. I'm looking up to see if I know him from anything else, and oh, he was in A Plague Tale. He was one of the priests. Oh, he also does the voice of Biggs. Greedful, yeah, that sounds about right. Just looking at his other. I don't. He's not a character. He's not a voice actor I recognise from name, but he's got a good voice.
You have my thanks, Hilfir.
Alright, Dad. Back to bed.
Your choice of dueling pistol did not escape my notice. Good old Annihilator. Ender of many a proud pirate's voyage. Mistbeard's vanished into legend, and it won't be long before I take my rest in the depths. Yet be that as it may, the old ways can only truly die when we've dealt the Empire the telling blow. There'll be stormy seas ahead, no doubt. But I'm trusting ye to steer us through to the other side.
Like an elderly Ganondorf, I like him. You have my thanks, Yonfer. Coughs and dies. Yeah. It's like, I can use Veracule. Would that help? And it's like, no. No, unfortunately Veracule can't cure lung cancer. It's like, oh, it's unfortunate. Though I had anticipated a duel, I did not foresee... I can't do her voice at all, I just have to do the voice I normally do. Though I had anticipated a duel, I did not foresee that Hilfer would intervene. But full glad am I that he did. 'Twould have been a shame to kill the boy. Instead, the whelp has learned a valuable lesson, and we have made peace amongst ourselves. All that remains is to do likewise with our neighbours. Here, have some materia. Now, I need hardly tell you, but any attempt to negotiate with the tribes is doomed to fail unless their minds can first be wrested from the grip of their gods. And so, in the meeting we seek to arrange with the kobolds, I would have you free the leader of Titan's influence. Leave it to us. We will open his ears to reason. But only those. You have my thanks. Ere we proceed, there is something you should know. Some 50 years past, when the Sahagin swarmed at our hulls in ever greater numbers, Limpsa entered into a covenant with the kobolds. To men shall go the bounty of the sea, to kobolds shall go the bounty of the land. An ostensibly equitable arrangement, conspicuously lacking in detail. Aye, inadvertently or not, the wording was ambiguous, and we took advantage of it, moving in to claim the northern reaches of Lenoskia, which the kobolds believed theirs. Bloodshed followed, then bloodshed to answer the bloodshed, and on it went till every ilm of Vilbrand bore the stain of our conflict. This is not history, you understand. It is the present, fresh and raw, And with their kindred's blood yet on our hands, we will struggle to regain the kobolds' trust, even should we cure their temper. Admiral, you speak of obstacles we are like to encounter at the meeting. As things stand, I see no reason why the kobolds would agree to a meeting in the first place. And so we must provide a reason. I will restore their stolen crystals to them, and personally deliver the cargo along with my apologies. Bane. They would welcome us into their midst not to speak of peace, but to have you at their mercy. Aye, and given the wealth of crystals we will bring, I'll wager they will attempt to summon Titan there and then. Meaning a high priest would need to be present, to whom we could administer the cure. Precisely. He is the fish I would catch, but he will not be alone. Nay, he will have guards on hand, and they will lay down their lives to protect him. Yet a single death on the kobold side would jeopardize our chance at peace, and there my venture flounders. Yet it need not. What if we were to employ the Conqueror's Chain? Though we would still have to weaken the kobolds, it would allow us to subdue them without inflicting lasting harm. The artifact Mistbeard used to take goods and not life. Aye, that would serve. Well done, Marshal. Convenient MacGuffin. So, friends, what think you of our strategy? The effects of tempering are cumulative, and we may safely assume that the High Priest's exposure to primal influence is extensive. It will therefore take a great deal of ether to reverse its effects, not to mention time. Time during which Alice would be defenceless. Even should we all look to her protection, I am not convinced we could keep an entire army of kobolds at bay. Well, I'm happy to take that risk. It's not as if we have any choice. Besides, it's what Tesleen would do. And had I not... No, what Tesleen would have done is transform into a horrible monster. And had I not followed her example, we wouldn't even have a cure for tempering, much less a chance to bring peace to Vilbrand. So I'm going to cure that priest or die trying. Oh, it's Alice's theme song. I believe in you, Alice. And I believe in you too. You and everyone. I know you'll keep me safe. It is settled then. See to your preparations and make for Camp Overlook. We will join you there anon. Take a shot. Alright. I was going to say, it's like, we need to convince the kobolds that were the Sahagin and the kobolds that were here on friendly terms. So let's send in the Warrior of Light, who has slaughtered them in their dozens and defeated their gods multiple times, trying to get a horse. Alphinaud wasn't lying when he said I'd be defenseless, so I'm counting on you all to give me the time I need. Our sole purpose will be to keep you out of harm's way, so leave that to us and focus on your own task. Indeed, and should you want for ether, you need only say the word. Gabu, did you follow us here? There's something important that I want to say to the High Priest. Express, state, say. Please let me come with you, please. Dozens, you've been slacking, not thousands. Well, I've not been doing the tribe quests, you know. I haven't been... One day, I'll get to those numbers one day, I'm sure. I'm sorry, but it's too dangerous. I need you to promise me that you'll stay here where it's safe, alright? And my apologies for the wait. It took time, but we have secured our audience. All unfolded as expected. At the mention of my returning their crystals in person, the kobolds suddenly remembered how keen they were to be reconciled. And so, in the glorious spirit of cooperation, we are to be received by Patriarch Zadar of the Second Order, who awaits our pleasure in the naval. If you are ready, let us proceed to the Ugamaro mines at once. Ah, who doesn't enjoy a bit of pleasure in the naval? The tribe quests are good. I mean, I will do them because there's triple triad cards locked behind some of them. I know I need to do the Moogle ones, and I need to do. Why am I walking? And I need to do the turtles. I think there's a couple. There's a couple I need to do to get the. To get various triple triad cards. Hang on. Oh, when I need to do the snake ladies at some point, so I can get a snake made for my apartment. That one's also important. So look, I have a set of priorities in this game, and I will get to them eventually. This is what I mean by I'd like to finish Endwalker with a bit of time to spare to do all this stuff. Oh hey, I guess we're doing a instance. Crafters Beast Tribe are always dorky, except Shadowbringer. Shadowbringer's Crafters Beast Tribe is Lalafels. Wait, really? I'm trying to think. I guess Shadowbringers didn't really introduce any new beast tribes, did they? I mean, especially there was the Talking Birds village. Do they not count? No. What about the ones who are like, oh, we live to serve, and we get off on like being subservient. And the fairies and things. Those are beast tribes, aren't they? This Etherite will bear us to our quarry. Should he make to summon the Titan, as I anticipate, we will halt the ceremony and restrain him. At this, all hells will break loose, and we will have an army of kobolds to entertain till Alisay's work is done. Just remember, none must die. We weaken them, and then let Ainzar do the rest. It is time. Stay the course, my friends. I spy calmer waters beyond this squall. Shadowbringers Beast Tribes quest are the fairies, the Quickerns, and the dwarves. Oh yeah, the dwarves were Lalafels, weren't they? Yeah. Quickerns. Yeah, I know what you mean. The submissive, the submissive rat people. Well, like I said, if there's a triple triad card locked behind it, I'll do it.
Greetings, Patriarch. I am Merlwyb Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Laminsa.
I think Merlwyb has said her name before, but I Blufiswin. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
You were foolish to come here. Stupid, unwise, foolish. The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
Aye. Just as we thought.
Predictable little monkeys. Kobolds be jamming. Yeah.
Now, Alice! Quickly!
You don't need to tell me.
Let none pass. We must grant her as much time as we can.
Let's I'm gonna have to interrupt their jam session, unfortunately. Gil seeks to harm the Patriarch with vile magics. Kill her, slaughter, slay, kill!
We must protect Alice!
I know it says not to beat any of them, but I assume I can actually just beat them all. And it's okay. They're not expecting me to just like stop just
My sights.
I just forget how loud the combat gets. So these are golems, I can break these. Yeah, okay, Malwhip, I get it. You can see them. We can all see them. They're giant golems. Cheers to the assist, though, Slasterin. Now, use your lasso of truth on them. Yes, it's ready. Go, Angelo. I choose you. What sorcery is this? His tempering is too severe. I can't finish the job. Alright, well, I'll just put him out of his misery then. So, one person's ether alone is not enough.
Oh, just what we need.
They're targeting the Anastasia. Everyone, gather close. Okay. Ow! I took damage! I was fine where I just was. I guess I protected Alice from taking the hit instead.
You're in my sights.
Oh, shut up. Oh wait, the blue ones are her. I don't have to dodge those. Alphino, let us lend Alice our hand.
Here you are,
Aid.
Alice.
Thanks, you two. I'll give it another try. I mean, I never understand why I don't lend my ether, considering I have, like, a near infinite supply. No.
I need more ether.
Working on it. Alright.
Just a little more.
Oh, come on. Oh, I can't hit these ones. Oh, sorry, he's using a grenade. Arrgh. You're right. It wasn't that dramatic a scream, I'm gonna be honest, so he's fine. Again, you know that I have like near infinite ether. Just, yeah. It's like, you know, I can teleport like back and forth infinitely, and it doesn't really bother me. Oh. No, Admiral. It's too dangerous. I made my decision before I came here. No matter what it costs me, Limsa will have peace. Oh, she got drilled. Alive. Leave it to Dandy. You know, now that everyone's wounded and injured. I think they're in her sights. I got the distinct impression, yes. A little bit more. Just leave me alone for a second. Let me heal. Alright. There we go. Oh, stop zipping, like, stop ignoring me mid-fight to zip around and attack other people. Just, like, focus on me. I'm the only one up. Jack, just a little more ether. Just a little more, I can finish this. Alright, where are you? Where are you? Hang on. Oh, there you are. Did anyone else die or leave? Oh, no, they're still here. They just lost their life bars. I'll drill her. I mean, who wouldn't? Look at her.
Yes, this will do.
She's the chestiest character in all of Final Fantasy XIV. Well. Except that Catgirl lady in the first, but... Pig Beam! Wouldn't it be awful if we freed him from Titan's corruption? He's like, I still want to summon Titan, though! This hasn't really changed anything.
What? What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed them to summon Titan.
Again and again and again. This is like the 20th time you've summoned Titan. Tried to. Hey, salutations, Briar. What would you do to give me a headache, Titan? Bring me an aspirin. Exactly. He's just like, I wanted to summon Titan before I became infatuated. So you're telling me all I have to do is sacrifice 2 kobolds and we can summon Titan? That's a pretty good price.
No, 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 no! Why? Why would I do such a thing?
It's like, we don't know. We thought you knew.
Would that there were a cure for the victims of the Tempered.
I mean, I got a couple of Phoenix Downs in my pocket. We could try.
Gaboo! What are you doing here?
Ignoring you.
Patriarch, please listen to me. Hear, heed, listen. The Great Father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love.
And Jack Dandy, the Warrior of Light. I guess he hurts us too, but
For a long time, his voice filled my mind. It told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it. And you mustn't either. There's been too much pain already. So please, end the suffering.
it's like, I appreciate the speech, Gaboo, but I've already been cured. I'm just now sort of dealing with the, like, consequences of my actions whilst I was tempered.
What have I done?
They all bounce like they have ADHD and drank 10 Red Bulls. Yeah, that's what Dr. Blau was saying earlier. They've been jamming.
We
Just
share
constantly-
this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples.
It's like it's like in like 2D fighting games when they've got their sort of neutral animation when they're not pressing any buttons and they're just kind of like bouncing up and down, waiting for an input. I suppose 3D fighting games do it too, but
For many long years, man and kobold have feuded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet. It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on. I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
difference is though I like watching Cammy bounce. Well, I like watching the kobolds bounce. To each their own.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us. Men cannot be trusted. The bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours the bounty of the sea. But you broke the pact. Violated, breached, broke. Unready as we were, what choice had we but to call upon the divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
None. And I do not blame you for it. In violation of the spirit, if not the letter, of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us. On behalf of all Laminsons, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it. Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt. And any who violate it shall face justice, swift and certain.
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
Can I kill him now, then? Can we just replace him
Please.
with Gabu?
Hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting. Knowledge which allowed Limsa Lominsa to thrive. Much of what we have, we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world, and trade them in your stead. In return, we will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the Navigator as my witness, you shall have it. There will be no more man and beastman, just the crew of the great ship that is Vilbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world. If you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
So is the great ship Vilbrand, or is it Limsa Lominsa? Or is Limsa Lominsa a great ship and Vilbrand a greater ship? I just feel like this metaphor's it's all over the place.
We want to believe you. We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
Before I became Admiral, I was a pirate. I stole. I fought. I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it, however much I might want to. That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades. It's loaded. If you were to point it at my head and pull the trigger, I would most assuredly die.
That is how guns work, thank you.
Though it isn't much, my life is the single most valuable thing I possess. If it will suffice to atone for past wrongs, take it. A single bullet to annul the old pact, and my blood to write it anew. What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command. I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all who call Vilbrand home.
This guy who's also a pirate and also killed loads of people. This is like a really awkward bit now where he tries to fire it but the safety's on. And she has to, like, just to instruct him on how to hold the pistol. That was the end of Melwib, half or blonde. Whatever. Stalactite just falls from the sky.
I do not trust you. Not yet. But Gabu does. And I will trust him.
There are a lot of sexy video game characters. I mean, look at this Zadar guy. There's no end to it.
We want you to know that we respect your faith. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're always ready to help.
He's like, keep it to humans usually. I've seen you during Pokemon Let's Plays.
Many and more of my brethren are yet enthralled to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative, thankful, grateful.
Them leg-head ladies from that one weird game didn't count. No, they counted. That was, what was it, Signalis? They absolutely counted. I got my TikTok account put into a timeout because of a conversation we had during that game. Lest you forget.
'Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
Whoa, I never said I'd bang a Pokemon. I just wanted 2D. I speaking of 2B, I am still planning to play Nier Automata. That is still on the list. I might. The problem is, I was going to start next week, but there's like a load of new games coming out next. Well, not new games, but like DLC stuff coming out next week. So I might start it the week after. But there's so many games coming out in October. But they're all coming out in the later half, the sort of like third week of October. So I guess I could start Nier Automata at the start and try and finish it before Alan Wake. I think the 17th is when the first batch comes out. I think that's when Sonic and Alan Wake 2 come out. And then Spider-Man's on the 20th. Those are the big three next month that I'm... You did, I'm sorry. Yeah, I talked about it before. I did a TikTok about our conversation about the ladies with the hands for a face. About whether it would be a hand job or a blow job. And for about 2 weeks after that, none of my TikTok... I did a TikTok on that. And then for about 2 weeks after that, none of the TikToks I put out got more than like 50 views. And it was like, I'm pretty sure I've been like put on like a naughty list or something for a couple of weeks. It went away, and then they started getting views again after a couple of weeks. I think it was like just like a soft ban or something. I don't know what they call it. I don't think they're as urgent, to be honest. The FF14 near raid is optional, so even if you do near after dawn trail, whenever, it's fine. Yeah, but it's just I wanted to play it for a while. I've had it installed. It's installed on my Xbox right now. I bought it in the sale a while ago, and I've been wanting to play it. And it's just trying to find like a good like window to play it, because there's so much new stuff coming out. I don't have to buy all the new stuff. To be fair, December is quite quiet. I could play it over December. There's Mario RPG coming out like second week of November. I do want to play that because that never came out in Europe, so I never played it. So I'm quite excited to play Mario RPG finally. But then when I finish that, there's nothing really until January. And then January is swamped. January, February, March, like early next year, there's so much shit. There's the new Like a Dragon game, there's new Persona, there's the Persona 3 remake, there's Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, there's Alone in the Dark reboot, there's... oh shit, there's some other stuff as well. There's a couple of other games that I wanted to play as well that are coming out early next year. And just like, too many. It's good. There's too many. 'Twould seem we have found a way forward with the kobolds. Next, we will help the Second Order to free their tempered brethren from thraldom. Theirs is far from the only order, of course, and it will take no small amount of time and effort to reach the rest. But reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say that I was in your debt, but this has long been true. So instead, I would say thank you for helping us to plot a new course, not only for Limpsa Lominsa, but for all Eorzea. I think there's like one more quest left of this patch. Futures rewritten. Yeah, this is we'll do this last quest and then we'll call it a night, because this is the last quest of patch 5.4. Alpha's features a picture, equal parts jubilation and release. All these stupid new games getting in the way. I know. I mean, to be fair, like, although I do want to play Alan Wake 2 and Sonic and Spider-Man next month, it does kind of depend on how much money I have. Like, I don't have quite as much spending money as I did at the beginning of the year. So I will have to see what my expenses are looking like in the middle of the month. I probably will almost definitely get Sonic and Spider-Man, because I like Sonic. I love Sonic and I like Spider-Man. I would like to get Alan Wake 2, but if needs be, I will get Alan Wake 2 at the end of the month instead. I need to see what the pre-order bonuses for Alan Wake 2 are. Why couldn't Alan Wake 2 come out at the beginning of the month? And I could play Alan Wake 2, then go into Sonic. Sonic's not going to take more than a couple of days. Then into Spider-Man. It'd be perfect, but no. Alan Wake comes out friggin' 3 days before Spider-Man and the same day as Sonic. So it's just such an awkward time to come out. Like, developers should talk to each other and make sure that their games don't overlap.
Right. Let's return to the Rising Stones.
The Horizon Zero Dawn devs would agree with me, given that
Admiral,
both of their games...
something strange is afoot at the floating city.
They released the first game alongside Breath of the Wild and their second game alongside Elden Ring and got completely overshadowed by both games.
Breathe, man. What is it?
I think it's best you see for yourself. Please, come with me.
I mean, Microsoft were clever and went, whoa, we're bringing Starfield out in the same month as Tears of the Kingdom. No, we're not. Delay it 6 months. Bring it out in September. There's nothing in September. And unfortunately, Baldur's Gate 3 came out the month beforehand and kind of overshadowed it a little bit. But it was still less than it would have done if they'd released it at the same time as Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, hello.
A tower?
You can see it too, then? I feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
Yes? This is she. I am. I'm looking at it. What? Understood. Send the Elder Seedseer my regards. The communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower. They've sprung up all across Eorzea.
Ooh.
Nothing more is known. Only that they appear to be of Garlean construction. Our allies on the Alamegan front are on highest alert. Forgive my directness, but would you join them? They may well need the help.
Of course, Admiral. We shall make all haste.
My thanks. I will return to Limsa to weigh our response. Look for Commander Hext when you arrive in Alamigo. And may the Navigator speed you on your way.
Okay. Like, well, that particular plot point solved, so now we need to have magical teleport and Garlean towers. It turns out it's completely benign, and it's just that what's his chops is just like, oh no, they're just 4G towers. It's just really irritating that you have to like run around and teleport everywhere every time you want to send a message. So I was just increasing the link pearl network. So now you can just phone whoever you want. But you do need to have a contract with the Garlean mobile phone network. And it's like this is how we're going to win the war now, with mobile phone technology, not with combat. We've taken a new approach now that the Emperor's dead. Hi, Lise.
Thank you for coming so soon.
First time a woman's ever said that to me.
I'll send for Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
Roger Preserve!
Think happy thoughts.
The palace! After them!
You're here. Good.
Aye.
Well, well, well! To be received by such an illustrious cast! Why? Even the hero of the piece is here! I feel quite starstruck. Is that a sigh?
I was going to say, he reveals his face, and the warrior of lights was like, no, I don't remember who you are.
His body, more like. You don't fool us.
Oh! You saw straight through it. Anyone would think you dealt with Ascians before. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Fandaniel, and may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
Hang on, I'm trying to think. I have to go through the whole friggin' song. Hang on, this is... This is a hilarious joke, I promise. Okay. It's like, okay, no, this is good. This is good. This is good. Trust me. This is good. Just pretend this was off the cuff, and I didn't just Google the lyrics. But it's just the Warrior of Light's like, it's quite dark. I don't quite make it. I don't quite see who it is, but I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche. Oh, is that Fandaniel? Like I said, it was hilarious. Just ignore all the kind of preamble bit where I had to Google the lyrics to Bohemian Rhapsody because I couldn't remember them. Okay, you're not a fan of this guy, are you? I need to know. The towers, what are they for?
My, straight to business is it? Suit yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days, to which end I have distributed a collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
Absolutely hilarious. Thank you. Thank you. I do try.
The final days? But it was the Ascians who laboured to prevent them.
You're quite right, though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues. Honestly, the three of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things. I mean, why bother when you're just another sundered minion? Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument.
Daniel, stop stepping on the flowers!
I'm finally free of his incessant nagging.
The gardener worked very hard on those, Fandaniel, and you just keep walking on them. Damn, maybe killing all the Ascians was bad. Nah.
Free to use my powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire.
The way I see it, we haven't killed enough Ascians. Like, we still have our work cut out for us.
And my heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind!
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die! You! And you! And you!
Not you.
I want you all to die! And I want to die too! Oh, yes! I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering!
Okay, should I just kill you then? I promise we'll follow afterward.
From the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you. So don't bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such tripe. I just want to destroy the world. But please do resist with all your might. It will add to my enjoyment. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacles.
To revive Emmett. Well, I'm not going to read what you said, but Your little toy Fandango's being naughty. Please come take care of him. Give him ice cream. I don't know. He's being extra as fuck. Yeah, it's fitting that he chose Asahi's body. Because Asahi was such an annoying little prick. And this Fandango's guy's... Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping he dies quickly, like Asahi.
We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers, and this very star our stage.
So what's with this swirly behemoth that he summoned? Ow, I only blocked it a little bit.
Ah,
hang on.
But I nearly forgot.
Let me summon 7 friends.
My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits you at the heart of the chaos.
Yeah, Asahi dying was a highlight. He was a good villain in that he showed up and was like so quickly like irritating and hated. Like, that's a good villain. If you want the villain to die, then that's a sign of a good villain.
While I wish only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. And it is for that reason he would reduce all to ash.
I turned the volume down during the combat. I've got to turn it back up. Just realised.
Pray see to it his dreams do not go unfulfilled. For if you should disappoint him, my trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Lunar Bahamut, will burn your cities and everyone in them.
Everyone out! My men will tend to the blaze.
I am too old for this shit. I just solved a decades-long war between the Limps and Leminsons and one of the beast tribes. I don't know which one. Not select. There we go. Now I gotta fight a dragon and another Asian. It's just like, ugh, I've fought so many dragons. Thank goodness everyone's safe. We managed to put out the fire, though, not quickly enough to save the garden. The gardener's in hysterics. He's inconsolable. We've decided we need to put together a gift for him. We're all collecting together some money. It's about can you spare 10,000 gil? It's like, not really. Raoban, can I leave it to you to send word to the Alliance? I'm going to take a unit and investigate the tower. We need to find out what it's for. We'll all go with you. No, you won't. You'll rest. From what Merwib tells me, you'll do some time off duty. Should we learn anything about the tower, we'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I want you to rest. Very well. But if you need our help, don't hesitate. And take care, both of you. So yeah, we've had a busy day. Let's have some sleep. Let's leave it to these dudes. Isn't it ironic? Lunar Bahamut, when Bahamut was literally sealed in the Red Moon Dalamud. So technically, Bahamut was the original Lunar Bahamut then. This is just like a tribute act. Bloody Asians. No, not an original thought among them. Ah, you're back too. Good. We've received the reports from the Alliance. Since since we are all here, perhaps those who bore witness to the events in Alamigo could treat the rest of us to a first-hand account. Oh, hi, Ishtola. No sooner do we overcome one problem than another appears. It would all seem tediously predictable, but for the endless variety of our foes. This Fan Daniel sounds even more unhinged than his patron. Yeah, I do understand now why they wanted to give the warrior like a holiday in the new expansion, because it's just like, yeah, it's honestly been back-to-back world-ending stuff. It would just be nice to just take a holiday. Unhinged, perhaps, but no fool. For all his pantomime theatrics, he gave away little about his plot. We know only that he intends to recreate the final days and that the towers will somehow facilitate this. He also called his dragon Lunar Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. Do you remember the cause of Bahamut that you never friggin' finished? Then the creature did resemble the descriptions I've seen of the Elder Primal. I'd be able to confirm them in person, but you never finished the coils of Bahamut, did you? You did the first two, and then you forgot about them. That may be, but the fact that it answers to Fan Daniel would suggest they are not one and the same entity. I think it more probable that it is some manner of simulacrum, born of Asian magics. Whatever it is, for now we can but work closely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. I believe that concludes our news. What of yours, Stoller? Oh, my DualSense battery has disconnected. Hang on, I only unplugged this. I think the battery on my DualSense. That's fine. Yeah, I think the DualSense. The battery of my DualSense might be getting like worse because I only unplugged. This was charging until yesterday when I had to. It's fine. I had a thing up that was holding. So if my mic quality has changed, this is why. I had a thing that was holding up a blanket, which I normally put up when I'm streaming to kind of reduce the amount of echo in this room. And it just fell down. I won't bother putting it back up because I'm going to end streaming in a minute. But that's what it was. It fell down when I took because I had my Xbox underneath it. Not a very exciting story, but I just thought I'd explain what that noise was. Yeah, I only unplugged this yesterday. I've not been doing much with it. Did I play anything? No. Anyway, so I won't worry about it. I believe that concludes our news. What of yours, Ishtola? I have seen to the Sultana. Knowing how quick the immortal flames are to dispose of their tempered, I judged it best to provide them with the cure first. Here's a pig. As soon as I had sufficiently recovered, I travelled to Uldar and delivered the porksies to Her Grace, along with detailed instructions on their use. Unfortunately, Nanimo was just thrilled at the sight of a flying pig, and I had to write the message down for Pippin to read later. She just kept giving them belly rubs. Yet my visit chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. The immortal flames had been on the cusp of agreeing to a truce with the Amalja when the negotiations abruptly collapsed. The Amalja claim that a number of their kind have been abducted and that men are responsible. Naught is known of the perpetrators as yet, but as the immortal flames went about investigating the abductions, they came upon one of Fan Daniel's towers. Now, on the subject of the towers, you may be interested to learn that they are not an exclusively Eorzean phenomenon. According to the Alliance, they have been sighted as far afield as Yankshire. That is far. Then it would seem reasonable to assume that they are everywhere. We simply have not found them. I mean, they're shooting a giant beam of purple energy into the sky. Can we not just fly around a bit? Well, as you said yourself, we can do little for now save remain vigilant. And since we are dealing with a dragon, ostensibly at least, I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of an authority on such foes. Estinian! Yay! Estinian! Estinian? Now, just a moment. If he could be persuaded to lend us his lance... Easy, Alphano. I would be the first to welcome it, but the truth is we'll struggle even to find him. Terry's like, no, I've got his telephone number. Hang on. Estinian? Hi, yeah, it's me again. No, it's not about... It's not about the book club. And Alphano's just like, you're in a book club with Estinian? What the shit? Hee, you let me and Crow worry about that. We'll sniff him out no matter where he's hiding. If indeed he is hiding, we have ways of locating him regardless. So if there are no objections, we shall depart at once. So yeah, well, you were on the first. Tartaru and Kryl have gone on a first-name basis with Estinian. Well, rather than sitting around, I think I might go to each of the city-states and educate them in the use of porksies. They would doubtless appreciate it, but might you consider taking a moment to rest before leaving? You would be fresher for the tasks ahead. Well, my friend, our moment of triumph did not last long. It's like he never bloody does. And I really could have done with a rest. Then why not have one now? If anything happens, I promise I will come and wake you. As much as I enjoy our adventures together, I am conscious of the toll they take. So let us gather our strength while we can, that we might rise to the challenges of the unwritten future. You're right, I will take a mental health day. In fact, I'll take a whole week. And he's like, well, we might need you before our week's up. He's like, no, you're right. I'm going to go and focus on my triple triad collection. Meanwhile...
The scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Grahar is the adoring fan of FF14. Thankfully not like the annoying like the Bethesda adoring fan. Oh yes! That's what you mean.
Glory be.
Yes, no, he's very much less
Glory be to Garlemald!
Oh, Garlemald using the towers to temper people into becoming tempered, like basically treating Garlemald like a primal. Interesting.
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the beasts has roared to life.
I don't want to hear about your piles, Fan Daniel.
Moreover, I am pleased to report that preparations are well underway for the rest. Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
Also, what did I say about interrupting my sword staring? 4 hours a day, every day. I just like to stare at the sword. I just love this sword so much.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns to me, fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Of course, my lord. By strange coincidence, your dear friend chanced to be present when I made my declaration. I took the liberty of informing him that you await his coming, though I confess, I may have singed him a little in the process.
And why do you tell me this? Are you in such a hurry to die?
Ah, my apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me. Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. Huh. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency.
Like, well, now that you want me to kill you, I don't want to kill you.
For now, however, I shall
ruined
proceed
it.
with the plan. My lord.
That guy sounds like a god zombie. Not dissimilar.
I must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
Oh, he's gone off his sword. Oh. I would maybe wait until you got the new weapon before breaking your old one. Be awkward if I showed up now to fight you and you were like, oh shit, hang on. I guess I'll just punch you. I feel like he gets pissed at the idea that Fan Daniel tried to hurt us. He's like, yes, that's my job. Don't you go hurting my Warrior of Light. He's my toy to break. Oh, hang on, let's... Yeah, look at them when they look up at me. It's like Christmas Day, and they're like, "You got anything for us, Uncle?" And it's like, "Ho ho ho! Calm down, children. You'll get your turn soon enough." Oh, Mojang account migration has ended. The deadline to migrate your Mojang account to a Minecraft account has passed. I mean, I'm pretty sure I did that, so that's fine. Anyway, we'll call it there for a night. I think we've got some good progress. We did the Rising event, and we finished patch 5.4. So next... Yeah, we'll say next week. I don't think... There is something coming out on Thursday, but I'm probably going to play that on Saturday. So yeah, we'll say next Friday. We'll play some more. We'll play some patch. I reckon if I can manage to start like early enough, which is a very big if, we might be able to finish the rest of Shadowbringers. I guess it depends. I mean, there's like I said, there's 9 quests left, so I guess it depends on how many cutscenes they have. But if we don't finish it next week, we'll finish it the week after, and depending on how long it takes to finish it the week after, then we'll start Endwalker. So... yeah, we're whittling them down. We're getting closer and closer to Endwalker. Then we'll do Endwalker. Then it's the post-Endwalker quests. Then we'll do Hildebrand and Tartaru's quests. And anything else that's worth doing before Dawn Trail. And then Dawn Trail. Exciting times. Finally starting to catch up. And I will become spoiler-proof. Finally. It's nice to be in that situation where you're 100% caught up, and it's like, nothing that anyone I see now or read can possibly spoil me. Like, even watching the trailers for Dawn Trail is perilous because they spoiled Grahatia for me. I kind of knew about Grahatia, but not exactly that he was just like a main character now. So, and Dawn Trail trailer did kind of spoil that for me a little bit. So, it would be nice when I'm in that situation where it's like, yes, I now don't have to worry. Yeah, that's what's up there. And I will be back tomorrow, and I will be streaming the Separate Ways DLC for Resident Evil 4. Which I've heard is between 4 to 6 hours long, which is perfect length. So I'll try and start. Like I said, I have someone over tomorrow, but I think they're coming over early afternoon and leaving for dinner to go to have dinner somewhere else. So I should be fine to start about sort of 6 o'clock ish. And then we'll play with Ada Wong for a couple of hours. So that'd be fun. So yeah, if I see you then, I will see you then. That's it. I gotta go to bed. Like I said, I got someone come over tomorrow, so I gotta be up early. I can't just hang around on the internet till 6 AM like I normally do on a Saturday, because I'm irresponsible. So yeah. But anyway, bye. Have a good night. See you next time. Stay dandy. All those things. Bye bye.